When my wife and I were first married, a long time ago, we spent our honeymoon in Banff, Canada. There was a little French restaurant there called Le Beaujolais. And I can't say I remember the food specifically, but I have a very vivid memory of the gentleman who waited on us, because he was a professional waiter. And what I mean is, in New York and LA especially, there's a cliche that all servers are either actors or screenwriters. You know, they wait tables as a side hustle. But this French Canadian was different. He was a professional, and he had mastered that very delicate balance between friendliness and formality. He didn't act like he was there to serve us. He acted like he'd hired a chef and invited us over. And he was also kind of magical. When you didn't need him, he was nowhere to be seen. And then when you needed him, suddenly he was there like a genie. And I remember dropping my spoon. I bent down to pick it up. And when I sat back up again, he was literally standing there with a fresh spoon. And then, as a kind of showstopper, after we'd eaten, he appeared with a beautiful dessert that we hadn't ordered and said, "A gift from the chef for the newlyweds." Now, neither of us had mentioned that we were freshly married, and I asked him how the chef knew we were newlyweds, and he said, "I told him." And my wife said, "Yes, but how did you know?" And he said, "Oh, please. You two are like a roaring fireplace," which was pretty good. Now, just to see if the memory was as vivid for my wife as it was for me, just a couple of days ago, I said, "You remember that little French restaurant in Banff?" And she says, "Oh, yeah, Le Beaujolais. He was a great waiter." That was 34 years ago. Yes, the food was great, but the service was the story.